Now, you might say, well, you know, we looked at the diastolic blood pressure. It wasn't quite symmetric. So remember what we did? We took the logarithm. So let's see what happens when we actually take the logarithm of the diastolic blood pressure. What happens then, if we take the logarithm of the diastolic blood pressure, remember it showed, the histogram showed that we brought in that tail. Here's what happens. So if we look at the logarithm of the diastolic blood pressure, I called it log dias BP, we get these numbers here. So 70%, 95.15, and 99.7%. This should be contrasted to when we looked at the diastolic blood pressure, 71, 95.99, 98.89. So it did make a little bit of a difference. It brought us down a little bit closer to the 67%, and a little bit closer to the 95%, and a little bit closer to the all by taking the logarithm, but not that much. So actually, this empirical rule is robust to, but that's also an empirical statement, robust to, in general, you'll find that it's robust to this assumption of symmetry and unimodality. So unless you're radically off, this is not a bad rule to abide by. So coming back, here's the empirical rule. Mean plus or minus 1 standard deviation covers approximately 67%, 2 standard deviations 95%, and 3 standard deviations approximately all the observations. This is the one that we typically go to bed with at night and say to ourselves, mean plus or minus 2 standard deviations covers 95% of the observations. That's the one that's ubiquitous, that we'll see over and over and over again in this course.